LVM Versicherungsagentur René Schäfer, ein starker Partner, wenn es um Versicherungen geht. Dein persönlicher Ansprechpartner, der jederzeit bei Problemen für dich einsteht. Rufen Sie jetzt an und vereinbaren Sie einen Termin bei der LVM Versicherungsagentur René Schäfer in Niederau. Ja, herzlich willkommen, liebe Bahnsport TV-Freunde. Hier ist wieder Bahnsport TV, euer Bandy. Und heute haben wir etwas ganz Besonderes zu bieten. Wir haben heute einen ganz besonderen Gast im Interview. Es handelt sich dabei um Robert Lambert, der Speedway Europameister 2020, der in Torun mit einem Finallaufsieg dann auch sein European Championship Titel besiegelte. Das Interview wird geführt von einem sehr netten und allseits bekannten Mann hier bei mir und auch bei euch. Christian Kalabis wird das Interview mit Robert Lambert hier bei Bahnsport TV führen. Und ja, dann sage ich mal, ich schalte mal rüber zu den beiden Herren, zu Christian Kalabis und Robert Lambert. Viel Spaß!
Dzień dobry!
Dzień dobry.
Proszę pani, Robert. How you speak Poland, how you speak German, how you speak English? You learned?
No, only some words. Hello, goodbye, and things
Kocham
like
ci
this,
bardzo, kocham ci bardzo, with a girl.
Kocham ci bardzo. That's for sure.
Okay, you stay now at Poznan.
Yeah, this is where I'm based at the moment.
Is this a private house or a hotel?
No, it's a private apartment that I organized in the winter, that I have somewhere in Poland to stay. And also, yeah, it was helpful when the situation happened with the coronavirus that I already had some place to stay. So it helped me in the long term, really.
Müsste ich mal kurz übersetzen ins Deutsche jetzt, ja? Also er sagt, er lebt in Poznan zurzeit in einem Privathaus und dort hat er sich auch vorbereitet auf die Saison wegen Corona und er fühlt sich da sehr wohl. How long you stay in this time? 6 or 8 weeks before or more long?
In Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here since the second week in March, so I've been here a long time now. I've been here, yeah, now. So like five months I've been here now in Poland.
3 and 5 is 8.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been a long time here.
Also, er erzählt uns gerade, er ist schon zu lange in Polen. Er würde gern nach England zurück. Nein, also 5 Monate ist schon eine lange Zeit von zu Hause weg. I remember you have a farm in England, or?
Yeah, we've got a farm and my parents are still there working and they're missing my help and yeah, I will be happy to go back and be able to work again.
Also, die Eltern bewirtschaften jetzt die Farm in England und damit fangen wir am besten gleich an mit seiner Kindheit, mit den Eltern. Seine Eltern sind die Helen und der Paul. Paul Lambert ist gefahren damals Speedway für Mildenhall.
Yeah, it was Boston, yeah.
Boston, yeah.
Boston, yeah.
Yeah. And you gone with them as kid from 3 year, 4 year?
Yeah,
the first bike?
The first meeting I went to, I was 8 weeks old.
8 weeks old.
That I go to watch.
But only for the photograph.
Yeah, for yeah, just to watching, yeah. But I got my first bike when I was 3 years old.
That I read internet yesterday, and the first grass track racing you make in with 6 years.
We're six years old, exactly. Yeah. This was in Frettenham Speedway, which is like 20 minutes from my home, so a local club. And yeah, I first started with 50cc bike there at 6 years old.
Übersetzen wir kurz. Also mit 3 Jahren hat er das erste Mal ein Motorrad gefahren und mit 6 Jahren das erste Mal ein Rennen, ein Grasbahnrennen mit einer 50 Kubik Zweitaktmaschine, ja, oder?
Yeah, it was like the PW50, yeah.
Ja, gut.
Yeah, 4-stroke.
Gut. Und jetzt kommen wir zu Deutschland. Wie kam das zustande? How you came to Germany with 2011?
2011, yeah, I came to the Speedway camp for 1 week. This was for only training and practice. And at the end of the week, I had like a Speedway practice meeting. And yeah, then the following season, I got a license to be able to race on the 500cc at 14.
Also, Robert ist nach Deutschland gekommen zu einem Speedway-Lager, wie es heute auch wieder gibt, und er hat dort Trainingseinheiten absolviert. Was ist in Norden?
And yeah, the meeting at the end of the week was in Norden on 250cc, but the practice was in Nach and also Torun, but I was practicing on 500cc.
Ja. Das verstehen unsere Leute. Torun, Nordharstedt, halbe Mond Norden. Da hatte er sein erstes Rennen. And you get invitation from German rider to come back to Germany, or it was your own?
No, I got the invitation from German Federation to the British Federation, and there was option for all riders in England to be able to come, and I was the only rider who came. So yeah, it was a big advantage for me. And in this winter, we spoke with the federation and made a license for the following season.
From the German?
Yeah, German Federation.
And the English Federation has no problem?
No, they couldn't say anything about it because it was my decision.
Because you has no before.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, er hat sich dann in Deutschland angemeldet für eine Saison 2012 und ich hatte da irgendwo im Hinterkopf, René didn't help you, or?
Yeah, it was Rennie Schaefer when he was in the DMSB, yeah, when he was working with the DMSB.
Yeah, but you live with a German rider in this time, or?
No.
No?
No, Danny Marson.
Danny Marson, yeah.
Danny Marson, he helped me at this time to have the equipment and also to stay at his house with his parents.
So, also gut verstehen. Danny Marson war der Mann, der ihm geholfen hat. Ja, und da kamen die Kontakte auch zustande. Und du warst das ganze Jahr in Deutschland, oder?
No, I was going from England to Germany on the weekends because I still had school at this time. So I would come on the Friday and go back home on the Monday.
Also die Schule hat ihn immer wieder zurückgeholt, aber wer hat das bezahlt? Das ist doch teuer, die Fähre, oder?
Yeah, it was expensive to keep traveling, but
yeah.
This was what my parents, put for me and to help me progress as a Speedway rider.
Ja, gut, die Eltern müssen dann immer aushelfen. Dafür müssen sie jetzt auch deine Farm bewirtschaften. Ja.
As long as I was working on the farm, yeah.
Ja, gut. You go back to England and you have second half race in King's Lynn, or?
Yeah, when I was much younger on 250, I would make a second half meetings and races after the meeting. And then when I was old enough to compete in the National League, the first league in England.
This was 70 years? 70 years or?
16.
16.
Yeah.
And but I have noted you've changed then to Peterborough and Newcastle.
Yeah, I had one season at King's Lynn in the top league, and the season after, I raced for Newcastle for 2 seasons, because I can race in 2 leagues. I raced for Kings Lynn and also Newcastle, and then I went to Peterborough, Kings Lynn and Peterborough in the 2 leagues.
Also nochmal zum Erklären, ist eigentlich leicht zu verstehen. Mit Kings Lynn hat er angefangen und hat dann gewechselt nach Peterborough und Newcastle, aber er konnte nicht in beiden Ligen fahren, also ist er dann wieder zurück nach Kings Lynn. Ja. Und but you stay the whole time in Kings Lynn now, or
Yes,
the whole time?
I stayed the whole time in Kings Lynn for the Championship League, so the top league in England, and then I was racing in the second league below for Newcastle for 2 seasons, and then I changed to Peterborough, but all the time I was racing for Kings Lynn in the top league.
Also einmal Kings Lynn, immer Kings Lynn, und ich habe ihm vor 2 Jahren erzählt, dass Kings Lynn mal der Club der Weltmeister war. 1980. Kings Lynn, 1-2 in the world. Michael Lee and Dave Jessup.
Yeah, that's true.
Club Championship of the world. Ja.
Exactly. Yeah.
Und your new manager, Peter, hope to get the championship again, with you.
Maybe, yeah. He's a good friend of mine now after spending 1 season at Kings Lynn with him, and also with this year, but we haven't had any racing. So yeah, he's a good guy, and we'll be looking for sure to get another champion.
Also, er hat damals die ganze Zeit für Kings Lynn unter Vertrag gestanden, war aber nur als Gastfahrer mehr oder weniger in Peterborough und Newcastle. Und Kings Lynn jetzt der neue Manager, der Peter Schröck, mit dem versteht er sich gut. Und wir kennen ja alle Peter Schröck, sein Vater und er, die lebten ja hier 25 Kilometer von this studio away. Nearby. I know Peter as little child.
Yeah.
And Otto, his father, helped me to installate the German Bundesliga. In the first year, he brings some English riders to Germany. And but
now he tried to bring German riders to England.
That's right. Ja. Also Peter Schröck, der ist hier in Aschaffenburg aufgewachsen. Sein Vater war Seitenwagenfahrer und hat sich auch damals bei der Beginn der Bundesliga sehr darum gekümmert, dass das Ganze funktioniert, und hat uns damals auch einige englische Gastfahrer gebracht. Nur, die hatten damals ein Problem. Die englische Föderation hat sie nicht mehr zurückgenommen. I tell you, Robert, some of these riders from England, they won't go back to England, and they get no more permission from the British Federation to ride again in England. Can you?
The German riders.
The English riders. Can
they
you believe?
In Germany.
Because they raced in Germany in the Bundesliga, and they get no more permission from the British Federation. Hard times, yeah.
They only making punishment for themselves,
yeah. So, da gucken wir mal your biggest successes. I have here noticed you have a very good press map from last year, but there are too many successes. Da sind zu viele Erfolge drauf. Da brauchen wir ja 1 Stunde für das Interview. Aber ich habe mir welche rausgeschrieben. U21 Great Britain 2017, 18, 19.
3 years in a row.
In a row, yeah. U19 European Championship 2017.
Yeah.
I think the biggest was the Great Britain Championship 2018.
2018 was a good season. We had the British Championship that I won.
This was your first major title.
Yeah, that was the first British title.
Therefore, I want to ask you: was it more worth for you than to winning this year's European Championship or this British title?
I think the feeling was much better to win the European Championship because it's more of a fresh feeling, and also it was a hard season last year, and there was a lot of changes and a lot of hard work, and to put in now and to get this achievement is a great feeling.
We speak shortly about this. Leon Martin has won the first 3 races.
Yeah.
What do you think about the title after these 3 races? Near, far away?
It was kind of close because the points were nearly the same, and I was the leader after the first round. It was only that he was winning the final, so it didn't really make any difference to how the points was. But it was something close, and which could be possible to catch.
Yeah, I think the breaker was final 4. Or?
The last in Gnežno this round was hard for Leon, and I had nearly maximum points, and this is where I made my lead in the championship. And yeah, the last 4 heats was very difficult, very much pressure.
Yeah. I read in the English papers many stories about this. They have not forgotten you.
Yeah, of course. It's been a difficult season, for Speedway fans and spectators. So, it's good that everyone is keeping in contact and to be able to keep the support. So I'm happy that everyone is still supporting and following my progress.
Viele haben sich gemeldet, viele Fans nach dem Erfolg in England, und deine Eltern haben viel Post bekommen auf der Farm. They get many posts.
A lot of fan mail, that's for sure. Yeah.
But this time nobody writes letters. Yeah.
Only email, Facebook, all this social media.
I remember Egon Müller wins the first time. He has a room full with letters.
Yeah, that must be crazy to read every letter.
He read every letter, every line of every letter.
That's important. That's good.
Yeah, with this mental attention, you can be world champion. Yeah, little things, as we
make
speak.
A big difference.
Ja. Okay, jetzt wollen wir mal gucken, was wir hier noch stehen haben. Beginning, Deutschland haben wir, first English. What do you like? You have traveled now many countries.
I think it must be. It's very like Sweden, Denmark, Poland,
Germany,
Russia, Germany, Czech Republic, Prague. What else? Netherlands I raced. It must be at least 15 to 20 different countries I raced or I have been to and traveled to.
Okay, also 20 Länder hat er ungefähr bereist, aber wir sprechen mal nur über 3 Länder außerhalb von England, wo du also lange gefahren bist, beziehungsweise noch fährst. You're riding now in Poland, little bit in Sweden, before last year in Germany, and I think you begin in Bergen-Haupten in Germany.
Yeah.
Speedway, eh?
Yeah, in Berghaupten I started in the second league there. Yeah, that was a good time with Daniel Spiller and Ethan Spiller and these guys. It was good fun.
What do you think you learned now, the countries, the people? You can compare Poland, Germany, Sweden with England. What do you like more in which country?
I think Sweden is a good country because everybody's very relaxed, and the speedway is relaxed, and there's no pressure in Sweden. In Poland, everybody is making big pressure, and the fans are much more crazy in Poland. So this is a difference between these two countries. And in Germany, I would say the fan base is around the same as in Sweden, and also they're very helpful in Germany with what they what they're doing and want to try and help you.
Ich habe Robert gefragt, wie er die Unterschiede sieht zwischen Polen, Schweden, Deutschland und England. Und er sagt, in Schweden sind die freundlichsten Menschen der Welt. Da fühlt er sich sehr wohl und da ist kein Druck. Während in Polen ist ständig der Druck und das Fanpublikum ist ja schon fast nicht mehr aufzuhalten. Und in Deutschland ist es ähnlich wie in Schweden und er liebt die deutschen Fans also sehr. Und England?
In England, yeah, it's a home country. Yeah, it feels like normal. So it's hard to explain, but yeah, the fans are very passionate for each club. You know, so sometimes when you go to a different stadium, different club, there's a little bit of anger. Yeah, sometimes, and they don't like some riders from the other clubs. So this is like a football. Yeah, in England.
Also, England ist ja sein Heimland und er liebt die alle, aber manchmal ist ein bisschen Konkurrenz, sagen wir mal, zwischen den einzelnen Clubs und dann ist er nicht so beliebt bei dem einen Club wie bei dem anderen. But don't forget, if you come back by car, they always drive on the left side.
Exactly. I made this mistake a few times.
See, I won't tell you. The first time I go to England in the early 70s, by car, I have no problem because they tell me before you must go the wrong side. Yeah,
the wrong side. Yeah, exactly.
But as I come back to Belgium from the car ferry, I go on the wrong side.
On the wrong side.
And the Belgian was not.
Yeah. Sometimes when I was traveling from different countries so much, I forget which land I'm in. Yeah? So I just go on the wrong side.
Oh, this remember me is a big story. Ich erinnere mich da an eine Story, weil er sagt, er kann sich manchmal nicht erinnern, in welchem Land, wo, was gefahren wird. Da war ein junger Fahrer aus England, ganz jung, 17, 18 Jahre, der hieß Michael Lee.
Michael Lee, yeah.
He came with his father, Andrew.
Yeah.
He drove him back. First time I see him in Germany, I think he was still 17.
Yeah.
And next Sunday I see him again. And the third Sunday I see him also again. Every Sunday. But I think he must also, as you, back to school to England.
Yeah, and driving every week.
And the fourth week, Michael came to me and asked me, Christian, can you tell me what is the name of this place?
Yeah.
Yeah. He sit only as passenger, also nur als Passagier, bei seinem Vater im Auto, geschlafen, ausgestiegen, Motorrad gefahren, heimgefahren, Schule, yeah. Special written. But his father was a good man, but I think this came all too early for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at Gothenburg, this race, I see the one to Kingslin.
Yeah.
Success. And Cyril Crane in the middle. Yeah, that was
Crane, yeah. I recognize the name.
Yeah, but he was a good man for the team, I think. Last time I was there, a World VTC team championship quarterfinal with the US boys.
Yeah. Maybe I was racing in this.
No, this was 84.
No. 84, okay.
84.
Yeah.
And they win this race. Bobby.
Yeah.
Bose was not more. Bose's finish 84. But Bobby and the guys, Sean and Kelly and the other guys, and they have near Kingsley a flat.
Okay, yeah.
And we make a party to Monday or Tuesday.
Long weekend.
It's the golden times in England.
Yeah.
Okay, we maybe we can see the final from Torun.
Yes, we can. Robert, how it is? Do you like to comment your final race where you've been the European champion in Speedway? I think you like to see it, and I hope so. So I must start it here, and I hope.
Get out front and win this race. There's a Grand Prix challenge coming up later this
Here we
summer.
go.
Here we go.
Most important race of the year, I would say.
For next year. For next
No,
year.
this and also for next year with the
Grand Prix.
qualification for Grand Prix. I was only focused on making the start and to be in front after the first corner. This is important. If I was in front, then half of the job was finished. Yeah, it was done. Now it's getting a little bit tense, but must be relaxed. The moments before the tails go up. Now at this moment I got across Kai and was able to take control. And from this moment I had a good feeling and I was happy and kicking off the fence, as you can see. And I just need to stay on the fast line as I was, and kicking off the fence there again, just to get a little bit extra speed. And from this position I just tried to keep myself relaxed and to stay in front. This was important, you know. I didn't need to make any mistakes, and I know even if Leon passed me, I stayed behind him, that I still won the European Championship overall. So it was such a great feeling this last few laps. The tension was building up inside of me, but I needed to take some deep breaths and fresh air to be able to keep everything under control. And yeah, it was such an incredible feeling. Now to come over the finish line in the front was the best feeling I've had ever, I would say. And all the emotions and tension just stopped, and happiness is coming into your body. It was such an incredible feeling. As you can see, everyone was happy there, and I didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do with myself. This is incredible.
Robert, we see in this movie from the race, there comes Kai to you, and what Kai asked you?
No, he was so happy as well, because obviously I'm good friends with him. Now he's coming so fast at me.
Now he's coming.
Hit me on the helmet.
Yeah, he hit you on it. I think it was a very, 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 very happy moment, huh?
Yeah, because I
all fall down, all stress going.
I spent a lot of time with Kai in England when he was racing for King's Lynn, and he was staying at my house and on the farm. So, you know, we're good friends, and he was, I would say, just as happy, if not maybe more happy than what I was, to be winning. So yeah, it was an incredible day.
Robert, they make a bump with you after this heat?
No, there wasn't enough people. I got one mechanic at the moment, so I don't think he can lift me.
Before the riders make it.
Yeah, normally, but
sometimes the rider who won't fall down because.
Yeah, I had this one time in King's Lynn when I got the maximum.
This is dangerous,
points. And they throw me up like 2 or 3 times, and then the last time I fall down. Yeah.
Also er sagt, diese Celebration nach dem Rennen, das Hochwerfen des siegreichen Fahrers kann auch manchmal gefährlich sein. Er ist also einmal runtergefallen und das hat wahrscheinlich ein bisschen wehgetan. Ja.
It's more dangerous than riding a bike.
I see many accidents with such. I think it's a little bit circus, but the show must go on. Yeah, exactly. And the public wants a show.
Yeah, the public wants a show, and that's what they pay the money to go in the stadiums.
There was a world champion motocross, John Bale, from he won a Frenchman. He won the world championship, and the indoor motocross they let him down from the wall up, down, and this tape broke with the bike, and he fall down, and he sits since this day in a wheelchair.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, world champion.
Yeah.
Therefore, you must be careful sometimes.
Yeah.
For such action, it's good for the people,
but maybe not for me.
It can be a little bit hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ja. Okay, also das war wunderbar, die ganze Sache da. Ich habe das auch gesehen. Eine Frage noch. Last lap in this final, your ears get longer for the noise of the engine?
A little bit. It's the last lap. You know, is very tense, and you want to keep on your line, and at the same time, there's some happy emotions coming that you nearly won the tournament. But yeah, it's a hard feeling, you know, to be able to keep everything focused and to keep everything under control. But it's a shame that the stadium wasn't at the full capacity with all the spectators. We was only allowed 25% of the stadium. So
you can good hear the engine noise. Yeah. But I ask you therefore because many world champions told me before the last lap they're beginning to think about the engine for the last lap. Yeah, not for the winning. Only they think about the engine that is not broken the last lap.
Yeah, that is a problem also. Yeah, if something happened with the engine, then it was finished. Yeah.
We have some. Yeah. One of your Kingsland rider before, Dave Jessup. He has some problems with the engine. With the 30 Fenny push rod. 30 Fenny push rod broke in Wembley. He lost the world title. He lost the world title.
In the semi-final in Rybnik, I had a bike problem, and maybe if I then did this race and didn't have a bike problem, I would have scored more points, and would have been easier for the final in Torun.
We just speak about this accident. I have here noticed last year you have in the SEC a big crash.
Yeah, last year in Torun. Yeah, and I had a big crash and broken 2 vertebrae in my back.
The season was over.
No, because I stopped. I should finish the season, but I only stopped for 1 month and make recovery and physio, and I come back to racing.
And you think this was good? So quickly come back? No.
No.
But I think sometime in this moment you think only race again. If I stay too long, it is in the movement in the head.
It was a good opportunity for me to become in the top 8 for the Grand Prix, you know, and because I was only reserve, and Greg Hancock didn't race in any of the Grand Prix, so I raced in his position, so I could get enough points to qualify for this season. So that was my goal, and after this crash I wanted to come back as fast as possible.
Also wir haben gesprochen über seinen Unfall letztes Jahr SEC und er war dann 6 Wochen mehr oder weniger out of race, aber er wollte unbedingt sich qualifizieren für den Grand Prix und Greg Hancock ist damals zurückgetreten und Robert hatte die Chance zu starten und da ist er natürlich sofort wieder gefahren. I read in any paper Greg Hancock was idle rider for you. There was stand here.
Yeah, he is. It was Nicky Pedersen and at the beginning, but when I first went to Cardiff Grand Prix, I was doing some races before the event, the day before the event, or maybe 2 days before. And then we was allowed to go into the pits and to see all riders. And I went to Nicky and want to ask him, please, can you watch my practice? And he didn't have a time for me. So after this situation, my idol changed to Greg.
Also, bisschen lustige Story. Er war also beim Grand Prix in Cardiff, war mehr oder weniger ein Fahrer von der Bahn. Er durfte also die Bahn testen und sein Vorbild Nicky Pedersen hat nicht zugesehen und da hat er dann gesagt, jetzt ist mein idealer Fahrer der Greg Hancock. Ja, so war das.
Yeah, sometimes things change, ja?
Yeah, can happen.
Ja, das sind so Stories. Ich habe jetzt we speak now actually about this season. The preparation before the season. You make many gym
Yeah, it was after last season was a tough year and hard on my body. So I work very hard in the winter in the gym and with my fitness to be prepared the best possible. And also a lot of changes with mechanic and bikes and also the club in Poland changed. So yeah, it was a lot of changes and also much better focus on my racing and career.
But in this current time, you stay in a private home, not in a hotel.
No,
Many of the riders stay in a hotel. Yeah,
yeah, it's not easy. You know, I'm lucky that I got an apartment in Poland at the moment, that I can spend my own time here and work on the fitness, even though the gyms are closed.
Family atmosphere, more family atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's still possible to work out at home and to work on things and go running and things like that. So it's very important.
Next question: who prepared your engine this year?
This year I got Fleming Gravesen and Ashley Holloway, Ashtec, and also Peter Johns. I got 3 engine tuners. Yeah.
But they stay all in England, or?
No, it's, some Peter Johns engines is in England, one Fleming engine in England, and then in Poland I have like 2 engines from each tuner.
How many engines you have in Poland? How many in Sweden? You forget some in Germany?
Yeah, I got a lot of engines, that's for sure. At the moment I got I would say six engines in Poland, and I go from Poland to Sweden with the Polish bikes.
Also hat 6 Maschinen jetzt fahrbereit und nach Schweden hat also eine Maschine mit dem Auto mitgenommen nach Hospicana.
Last year I have 2 bikes in Sweden, and 2 bikes in Poland. But this year I changed clubs to Gislaved.
This year you ride for Hospicana, Halstavik, oder?
No, last year I raced half a season.
Yeah.
And then they sacked me, and I moved to Gislaved, and I stay in Gislaved for this season also. Yeah, but now I drive from Poland to Sweden with Polish bikes.
You speak just one word, sacked. I ask quickly, maybe you won't not ask this. What was this Lublin and the contract? They sacked you or you sacked them?
In Lublin, at the end of the season, we speak about new contract, but they don't want to make new contract, so I moved to a different club.
Yeah, but the problem was, I remember you have not many experience in Lublin.
Yeah, the 2 years before, we make very good race performances.
You go up the league. Yeah?
You go up the leagues to the extra league, and then they didn't give me many opportunities to race. So this was a shame and wasn't easy on the confidence. That was difficult. But we changed clubs now, and it seems to be working better.
Rybnik.
Yeah.
This was the place of the Continental Final 1983, as Egon Müller and Zenon Blech go straight to Norden to the World Final. Yeah. 25,000 people in Rybnik in the stadium. I was there.
Yeah, it's a big stadium.
And they make with airplanes a big show. I think in Germany it's forbidden. Yeah.
In Poland everything is allowed.
So, jetzt will ich noch wissen, den Unterschied zwischen deinen Trainern. Jetzt in Schweden hast du ja jetzt kaum Kontakt gehabt, aber zwischen dem polnischen Trainer Lech Keciora und Peter Schröck. Kannst du mir da Unterschiede sagen, wie die dich mental oder aufbauen, wenn es mal nicht läuft, oder wie sie dich feiern, wenn es gut läuft? Ja, gibt es da Unterschiede zwischen den 2 Trainern? Is there any difference?
I would say they're nearly the same, only that they have a different boss. because Lech, he's an old guy, and he's got a lot of experience, and he's working from the past, yeah, and that's much better for a team. Try to be relaxed about everything, but his boss is very angry and wants to win and makes a lot of pressure. But with Peter, everything is relaxed, and he have a good connection with the riders. I think this is a difference between Peter and Lech. Lech don't have a good connection with the rider, and Peter have a good connection with the rider, and it's more of a fun feeling to race for Peter.
Also, ich habe gefragt nach dem Unterschied zwischen seinen zwei derzeitigen Trainern, wobei er den in England ja ganz selten jetzt sieht. Also der Trainer in Rybnik, er ist schon ein bisschen älter und erfahren, aber er hat nicht den guten Kontakt zu den Fahrern, vielleicht auch Druck von oben vom Präsidenten, während der Peter Schröck als ehemaliger Bundesliga-Fahrer und lange Zeit auch in England aktiv, hat sehr guten Kontakt zu den Fahrern und er arbeitet mit ihm sehr gerne zusammen. Und wir können uns ja alle an Peter Schröck erinnern, hier in Deutschland, auch in Diedenbergen ist er ja eine Zeit lang gefahren. Und sein Vater Otto, der war damals als Seitenwagenfahrer mitverantwortlich, dass englische Fahrer in die deutsche Bundesliga kamen. Ja, und er hat sich damals sehr bemüht, der Otto Schröck. Ja, and I think he lived this moment. Otto Schröck lived more for Speedway than Peter.
Maybe, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Otto? You know his father?
Not
Not-
personally, no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, good. Okay. The old times. Was haben wir denn hier noch? What do you like? No. What do you like? No. Maybe you have something you want to tell the German supporters or the club? What they can do better? The clubs, maybe. You have some ideas for the club? What they can do
Yeah.
better for the entertainment or for the race or for the track?
I think it's very difficult in the moment, in this time. But I think for all clubs, it's very important to think about the young riders and the youth, because we have the older riders at the moment, but there's not so much youth riders, and they need to focus a lot on the youth riders in Germany to come through and to put Germany back on the world stage.
Also er meint, in Deutschland die müssten mehr Nachwuchsarbeit leisten, damit Deutschland wieder auf der Landkarte der Speedway-Weltfahrer erscheint. I see in England they make a good work with Neil Vetcher. Yeah, yesterday two of them qualified for the final tomorrow in the U18. Yeah. But one rider broke a collarbone, or?
Yeah. Tom Brennan.
Yeah.
Broke a shoulder.
Yeah.
So that's not good, obviously. But no, I think in England at the moment they got a very good background for everything, for the fitness, also for the training on the track. So these two things together is very important for the young kids.
Ja, das ist richtig. Die Nachwuchsarbeit in England ist zurzeit sehr gut. Und ich habe letzte Woche Bilder gesehen aus Scunthorpe from the British Youth Championship first round.
Mm-hmm.
And they have many riders and many good riders.
Yeah, there's just small steps they must make now to become a better rider.
But I think it's as a trainer too.
Yeah, it depends on who is telling them which information.
Yeah, the same in Germany with Christian Havenbrock. Yeah, he's also looking for the younger. And this year, this week, there was a youth championship.
Yeah.
Was in Gdańsk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gdańsk was a
German girl takes the
I
third
was
place.
there. I watched the 85cc.
Yeah. And they make good work with them.
Yeah.
So, was haben wir hier? Ach so, Mr. Koch asked me, I should ask you what you think about the new German Bahnsport TV here. This is a good...
Yeah, it's the first time that I see it, and I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Yeah, it's good. It's good to get the information out to the fans and to make a more wide and broader, public speech and to be able to talk to the public. It's much easier now on the social media. So I think it's very good and keep up the good work.
Also, meint, dieses neue Bahnsport TV Deutschland ist also eine gute Sache, weil die Leute da nicht so viel lesen müssen, sondern sie können das alles sehen. Und I made a history page on Facebook since 8 years. We have now 3,000 members and they write every day and they read everything. But the young generation will not find more.
No.
The young boys want to look. Yeah. And
on videos. So it's good.
Videos.
We got videos now.
Yeah, and my last question, maybe you would like more entertainment on the race and not 20 heats?
Yeah, I think that's good for the fans, because I think to get new fans attracted to Speedway, they need to have a different kind of entertainment, not just Speedway. They need to have something extra and maybe 2 times in the meeting some extra entertainment, just for a short time, and then after also some entertainment that they can actually stay and watch some different kind of activities, because normally after the last race the stadium is empty, yeah? So it's better for the fans.
Also Robert meint auch, dass also gerade für die junge Generation ein bisschen Auffrischung zwischen den Heats beziehungsweise vor und nach den Heats sein müsste, dass die Fans also länger im Stadion bleiben. Ja. I compare this with the Trial World Championship.
Mhm.
They have full houses and they want not that the people go all the same time out of the hall. Yeah? And they make as last event a high jump.
Yeah.
Every 10 centimeter more. And the riders with the bike must jump over. Yeah. And who lost, go out. Yeah? And they make these 20 minutes for the last rider. Sometimes they springing 4 meter high. 4 meter. Yeah? Yeah. And then was the last supporter out of the hall.
Who wanted to watch this?
Ja, das war ein sogenannter Auslasser.
But Robert, you think the same like we think a little bit more party before the race and a little bit party after the race, that the spectators and the fans stay a little bit longer? And
I think so. It's important because the fans don't only want to come and watch Speedway now. You know,
they like
the older generation, they like to come and only watch Speedway, but now it needs to be something more attractive, more appealing to the young people, and something maybe before the meeting would be good, you know, and maybe something with the junior riders or maybe with a different kind of motorsport to come in and give some entertainment, you know, and make it a much bigger event than what it is now. Only now you come to the stadium, you stay 2 hours and it's finished. Maybe you can make it 3 hours then, or 4 hours, and then it's better.
Ja, also sagt, also es müsste ein bisschen mehr Entertainment rein in die Sache, und heute mit diesen Rennen 2-3 Stunden, das ist irgendwie nicht an die junge Generation zu verkaufen. But there is a problem. If you have an evening meeting, 2 hours, 3 hours, how you can make many entertainment? Yeah, the people must go home for next day working and.
But then it's a situation with the organization to make maybe it start a little bit earlier, or make the entertainment at the beginning.
I moved to motocross 10 years or more, and I see the changement in this sport. Before they know only motocross, and then come a young British rider. He make super jump.
Yeah.
Chris, I forget his family name. And on this super jump, he dressed up his things.
Yeah.
Shirt, hat, trousers, and the public was fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah, going crazy. Yeah.
As last he throw away his goggle. Yeah.
Yeah. Some lucky fan.
And this was the beginning from freestyle motocross.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go now to the indoor meetings, the big indoor meetings, all sold out, but not for motocross, for
Freestyle.
freestyle. Now the name. Yeah, this
Yeah.
come from America. Yeah,
Mm.
and we sold in the early 80s one meeting 200, 300 videotapes only from
Yeah.
freestyle from America, and they have good titles. Dirty Dozen.
30 days.
12 rider with cowboy revolver
outfit.
and so on. And sehr introduced freestyle. Yeah. In Germany, the whole all sold out.
Yeah.
But in England I see only Birmingham.
Yeah, there's not so
In-
much in England.
In England I see one time Birmingham indoor meeting, and they make auch Speedway indoor one time. Yeah, and ice Speedway in the winter.
Ice Speedway, yeah. They used to have in Telford.
Telford, ja.
Telford, yeah.
Ja, I was one time there. Also er meint auch, bisschen mehr Unterhaltung gehört rein, aber es ist halt eine Frage der Zeit, und dann müssten also, sagt Robert, die Rennen eher beginnen. Ja, oder vorher vielleicht schon Entertainment und dann erst die Rennen, aber das kann man ja absprechen untereinander. Gell? Ja. How you see the future from Speedway? The next 50 years?
The next 50 years, I hope that I had a very successful career and made it to be world champion.
A list of 10 world champion?
Yeah, maybe. We never know. But that's the goal. That's the goal, to be a world champion. And I hope I got enough stuff in place that I can have a relaxing time after my speedway career, because it's very stressful sometimes.
Has a goal to be world champion, has every rider who beginning speedway.
Yeah, you need to look at the top goal, to progress, and you need to fight for this, and you need to have this willpower to be able to become world champion and fight for that position.
But you remember some injuries from some riders? They thought they are champion in the world and quickly out the dream.
Yeah. I think that's a problem sometimes with some riders. They think that they're better than they are. Yeah. So you need to keep your feet on the floor, but also think positive and think you want the goal of being world champion.
Also Robert sagt, das Ziel von jedem müsste eigentlich sein, Weltmeister zu werden, aber man muss auch immer die Füße auf dem Boden haben. Und Robert, ich glaube, bei dir brauchen wir da keine Angst zu haben. Solange ich dich kenne und verfolge, hast du immer beide Füße auf den Boden. Ja?
Exactly.
Und du weißt auch genau, wenn ein kleiner Junge oder ein Mädchen kommt und will ein Autogramm, dann muss man sich auch mal die Zeit nehmen. Gell? You must have time for the young supporters, for autogram. Yeah?
You need to give time, because the younger people, they're looking up to me now. Like I looked up to other riders, and they're very disappointed if you can't give a few seconds of your time. Yeah, so it's very important and to make some people happy.
Ja. Also er meint, selbst wenn man wenig Zeit hat, man muss trotzdem immer für diese jungen Leute, die ein Autogramm haben wollen, sich Zeit nehmen, und man darf also nie irgendwie abheben. Und du hast da zwei gute Vorbilder in deinem Land gehabt, Peter Collins und Simon Wick. I think they have the same mentality as you.
Yeah, give time for the public, give time for people, and always remember the people who helped from the beginning. It's important, and never forget the people who's helped you. That's an important way.
Yeah, I see in Facebook, if we take a photo from Simon in 1 hour, we have 100 or 200 clicks. Nobody had.
Popular, yeah. And that's how you need to finish your career as a popular rider, that everybody is, you know, say good words about, not to say bad words about them.
Aber mach weiter so, Robert.
Robert.
You are on a good way.
Yeah, we're trying.
I like you. Good. Okay, thanks, Robert.
No problem.
Robert.
Thank you for having me on today.
Wish you
nice.
good. Both.
Thank you very much.
Both.
Both.
And the other for the girls.
Robert, German Bahnsport TV, thanks a lot for talking with you. I hope we can do this next time. Maybe in a month or in a week when you have the next good races. So we will be happy when we see you here.
No problem. Thank you for having me, and it was nice to be able to talk with you guys.
Thank you. If Corona is finished, we invite you for a little beer.
Yeah.
No problem. I can come to the studio.
Yeah, okay.
That will be very, very, very nice. So I thank you very much. Christian and I would say goodbye.
No
We
problem.
wish you a
Thank
nice time, good races, and have fun.
Exactly. I will. Thank you very much.
Ja, meine lieben Freunde, das war das Interview mit Robert Lambert, dem Speedway European Champion. Geführt hat das Interview Christian Kalabis, auch unser wandelndes Bahnsportlexikon genannt. Wir danken dem Christian natürlich recht herzlich dafür, dass er sich hier zur Verfügung gestellt hat. Und jo, in dem Sinne wünscht Bahnsport TV euch allen noch eine schöne Zeit, bleibt gesund, lasst euch nicht allzu viel ärgern von dem Corona-Kram, der da in den Nachrichten sind. Seht einfach drüber weg, bleibt gesund und bis demnächst. Tschüss, euer Bandy, Bahnsport TV Deutschland. Macht's gut. LVM Versicherungsagentur René Schäfer, ein starker Partner, wenn es um Versicherungen geht. Dein persönlicher Ansprechpartner, der jederzeit bei Problemen für dich einsteht. Rufen Sie jetzt an und vereinbaren Sie einen Termin bei der LVM Versicherungsagentur René Schäfer Niederau.